Hey, good morning, Vooka Nation. How are you doing this lovely Thursday morning? Yeah, it's Spiritual Thursdays. My name is Bani Lemngwe. Happy to be in your presence this lovely, beautiful morning, right? It's a Thursday morning, and yeah, man, we out here doing what we do on a daily basis, giving you nothing but positive vibes. Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, guys. The atmosphere is different. You know, people in the streets are cheering. In fact, Kanye, who needs an alarm if you've got Bafana winning? Right?
I said that.
Right? So yeah. But hey, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. And we happy to see you here today. So on the table today, we've got Kanye, right?
Yes.
And
switching things up.
The content queen, and the future looks bright.
Very.
Hence, you know,
Therefore.
she wants to put on my shades and stuff.
Yes.
But other than that, guys, Kanye, how are you doing?
I'm very good, hey. With the happy spirit that I woke up with. Shout out to everyone. Like, that was a very way to wake up.
Yeah.
I woke up very nice, like how everyone is cheering, gumnandi, vuvuzela, gurururu, gurururu. What a time to be alive, especially when you are within the sports scene.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I woke up at 3, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not exactly at 3, but the game started at 3. So
Yeah.
I was awake around that time. And yeah, I mean, I got to watch the match. Shout out to SABC Plus because I don't have DSTV.
Oh, yes.
So since I don't have a DSTV subscription, I got to watch the game via SABC Plus. And it's something that I was streaming, right? So because I don't have a TV that makes use of an antenna. I could only watch it online, and for the most part it was okay. But you could still see that there are differences between DSTV as well as SABC, because number one, the quality wasn't that great.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, I was
hectic.
glad that I could still watch the game
Yeah.
nonetheless, right? So yeah,
Sticking to the positive news.
yeah, so over and above that, so I just want to put you in view here
Okay.
so that bakubone kahle. There we go.
Guys, I'm so happy because this is actually Banela's seat. So
Yeah.
today we're spinning things up.
Yeah, but the quality wasn't so good.
Yeah.
But I still got to watch the match nonetheless. There'd be times where it was really frustrating because it would buffer, right?
Oh, yes.
And I think right here we've got the best internet, right? So the fact that it buffered, some might say maybe it's your internet connection, but I doubt because I watch movies in 4K and it doesn't buffer.
But
My brother is streaming, like everyone's streaming right here, but it doesn't buffer. So we've connected close to 4 routers, but was there a time where things lagged? There wasn't, right? Yeah, so
That's true.
but anyway, I got to watch the
mean-
match. Super impressed about the guys. But here's the kicker, Kanye, right? So remember, I think it was during the week where we were talking about AI being able to make predictions. Remember that,
yes,
right?
yes, I remember that.
So there was a prediction that AI made a while back, right? And it said that we have a 7% chance of advancing into the knockout stages.
As in 7% out of 10 or
7% out of 100, right? Out of 100, so 7% chance of advancing to the knockout stages. And by the looks of things, AI was wrong. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Mo spoke about, you know, that human touch, that human intuition, where we're able to predict things that AI can never be able to predict. And I think this is one of them. You know, so not even a double digit, 7%, imagine.
Maybe it's our
7%.
economy that makes AI think that we're also going to back sports-wise.
But when do you think, Moeketsi, can AI predict certain things?
I mean, now it has proven that we cannot always rely on it, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'd say let's rather allow it to work where it can and excuse it. When
So
it
now,
comes to
would you
others.
take dating advice from AI?
Actually, you know that I chat with ChatGPT at some point, and it does give out like best advices. You know, like tangible.
Something you've adhered to.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I have. Like it has even opened up to like new different topics, such as like I didn't even know there was like a term irregular nervous system.
An irregular nervous system.
And
but
that
isn't that a nervous system that's irregular?
Yeah, obviously. But like that was like a new term that I was like, oh my god, I didn't know that I could possibly be experiencing this, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that on its own, Jay, it's a topic on its own, because like when we speak about irregular nervous systems, we're speaking about how you communicate also directly as a person, and how you allow external factors to actually influence you, you know. Yeah, so you must be able to dissect, you know, in a way that is calm, you know, when something does happen that probably might trigger, you know, past traumas or whatever that you have possibly gone through, that you haven't really dealt with. Because I think when it comes to healing and you're not really aware of your healing process, it does kind of like delay what you actually are going through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
But anyway,
I do engage in ChatGPT and AI.
Look, I mean, it's freaky at times.
Yeah, it is.
Right, because the responses that you get, they are close to like human intelligence. And you know, there's talks about AGI, artificial general intelligence, right, where it's able to mimic the intelligence of human beings, right? And I was making an example to other people the other day that AI is far from reaching human intelligence.
True.
Because there was a self-driving car that was in the headlines where, you know, it's able to detect objects, and they have to train the AI on, you know, millions and billions of objects out there. But this one is traveling in the city, and there's a manhole right in the city. So there's a guy that's protruding halfway through, right? So it looks like a half human being. And nothing severe happened, but then it couldn't detect that that's actually a human being, right? So these small little decisions that, you know, AI needs to make, but it can't do any of that. But anyway, there's just so much in store today for you, because right after this, guys, we're going to jump into the news and sports for this morning. And immediately after that, we'll give you your weather as well as your financial indications. And then, Kanye, there's something that I want us to, like, I would want advice, because it's something that recently happened to me. And when I say recently, I mean yesterday, right? Where, you know, there are some things that are good on paper. Like in theory, it sounds good.
Yes.
However, in real life, it translates a bit differently, right? So it's in the relationship space where, you know, couples can, on paper, you want to do things together, but then it just doesn't translate as well in real life. Like, let's say you want to go partying together. It sounds like a good idea. Let me go, no chive, no pay.
Yeah,
but then until you go there, and
then the energies are not intertwined.
Right. Yeah. So, but mine is different. Mine is different. So after everything that that I've laid out here, we're gonna jump into it. So yeah, Vooka Nation, stay tuned. A lot is in store for you today. So let's just jump into a break, and then when we come back, we're going to do your news, your sports, your financials, as well as your weather update. Don't change the dial, and we'll be back in a jiffy.
I feel like this is like a Bafana special.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
you know, things are switched up, so it's like a Vooka breakfast show, Bafana winning special type of thing. Just say.
I've got a thought about that. Yeah, I've got a thought about that. But let's take a break. We'll be back shortly.
So baby, pull me closer. Help me. I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. I've been scrolling through the text messages you sent me. fill the holes where you left me empty. And when I think about it, get a little emotional, knowing that we might never ever be close to loving. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Help me, I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Help me.
These are your top stories making headlines this morning. Economists warn apologies about that. Economists warn material grant may deepen poverty. An economist has raised concerns about South Africa's proposed material support grant, saying it could unintentionally encourage unplanned pregnancies and reinforce long-term poverty. The grant is aimed at supporting low-income pregnant women, but critics warn it may create deep dependency rather than address deeper socio-economic challenges. The debate highlights tensions between providing social protection and ensuring sustainable economic outcomes. On your next news headline, SAPS issues safety warning for school holidays. Police in Tshwane are urging parents and communities to take extra precautions as school holidays begin. Authorities warn that children are more vulnerable to crime during this period, especially when unsupervised or active in public spaces. Families are being encouraged to stay alert, to monitor children's activities, and ensure safety measures are in place to prevent accidents. And then moving over to your last news headline, SA and Iran strengthen diplomatic ties. South Africa has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening relations with Iran following talks between Deputy Minister Thandi Moraka and her Iranian counterpart. Decisions focused on international cooperation, regional stability, and support for peaceful conflict resolution. The engagement reflects South Africa's broader approach to diplomacy through dialogue and partnership. That's it for your news this morning. And now heading over to your sports news, making headlines this morning. Maseko strikes send Bafana into historic knockout. Thapelo Maseko's second half goal secured a historic 1-0 victory for Bafana over South Korea, sending South Africa into the FIFA World Cup knockout stages for the first time. The winger's decisions finish capped a strong attacking display and sparked widespread celebration across the country. The result sees Bafana finish second in their group and progress through to the next round. Moving on, still with your football news, Bruce Hale's 5-year journey after a famous victory. Bafana coach Hugo Bruce praised his team's discipline and resilience following their historic win over South Korea, describing the moment as the result of 5 years of hard work. The 1-0 victory secured Bafana's first ever progression to the World Cup knockout stages and marked a major milestone in the team's rebuilding journey after his leadership. And then lastly on your news, still on your football news, Mexico World Cup tickets prices hit record highs. Ticket prices for the 2026 FIFA World Cup in Mexico have surged dramatically, with some matches among the most expensive in the tournament. High demand, limited stadium capacity, and host nation interest have driven resale prices into the thousands of dollars. The rising costs are making it increasingly difficult for many fans to attend the matches. That's it for your sports and news this morning. And up next, we've got Kanye with our financials as well as the weather. Over to you, Kanye.
Okay, moving on to the weather across South Africa. Pretoria to Johannesburg. Pretoria is at 12 degrees Celsius in Pretoria, so it's promising like a clear sky. And here in Johannesburg, it's 11 degrees Celsius, and it's also looking like a clear sky. And then Cape Town is currently at 15 degrees Celsius, which is broken clouds, and also Durban at 20 degrees Celsius. That's how our weather across SA is currently looking. And then moving on to the market rate. rates. Let's see how is the rates looking like in today, which is the 25th of June 2026. The US dollar is sitting at 16 rand 61 cents, and then the pound is at 21 rand 86 cents, and then moving on to the euro, it's 18 rand 84 cents, and the Japanese yen is rather 0.10 cents, and the gold is looking very up at 43,500, and the breadcrumb is running at 1,550, and the Bitcoin is at the million rate. It's flooding up high, and that is definitely our market rates for today. And stay tuned. It's at Vooka Breakfast Show with me, your girl, Kanyisi Mama.
Yes, ma'am. So please switch on my camera there for a second because it's switched off. There we go. Thank you so much. Yeah, guys. So it's all celebrations right now in the country, and Bafana won, and they are going on to the knockout stages. Now, look, at this point, I would really want soccer analysts to come through and predict.
Yeah.
Right. We'll see how far will they go, because I think it's at this stage that the tournament really becomes tough, right? But as I said, Kanye, earlier, that it's like a dilemma that I'm currently in, where, you know, there are things that are good on paper, right? However, when you put them into practice, they just do not translate that well. So this is something that happened to me yesterday. So I'm chilling with babes, right? And I've got my laptop as well as my controller, my Xbox gaming controller. Right? So she's asking, hey, so why did you bring one controller? I'm like, okay, well, I usually game alone. And she's like, no, today I want to game with you. I'm like, are you sure? Because, you know, when I play, I go hard. It's like, yeah, I'll game with you. I'm like, sure. Let me get a second controller. So I go out and I go get the second controller, and you know, we play together. But you know, it didn't turn out that well.
Was it y'all's first time?
I mean, we've played a game before called It Takes Two, right? And it's a tag team game. Unfortunately, I don't have that game on my gaming laptop. However, with the one that I have installed, it's Mortal Kombat, so it's a fighting game, right? So yeah, I fired up Mortal Kombat and we played, and it didn't turn out well because I was just hammering her, like, you know, because she had the controller like a Sandlini, but that's as much as gaming she did, right? So then things turned sour, right?
Because I'm shade.
Well, not because of that, because she says I was gaming alone, and this brings me to the point here, where I sincerely believe, Uguti, there are things that, as a couple, there's recreational things that both of you guys can do, and then there's things that, you know, you shouldn't do together, right? I'm not saying gaming is one of them. Perhaps it's just my approach that was wrong. It's something that, you know, we should or can look into, right?
So gaming alone, that means you were emotionally, what does that mean?
Well, disclaimer. So before we started, I told her that when I game, I go hard, right? And it's like, yeah, no, let's go.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I did what I did.
Yeah.
I did what I do.
Yeah.
And I went hard.
Yeah.
All right, I went hard, and it didn't translate well to the point where things were sour. So I don't think it's the game, right? I don't honestly. I don't think it's the game.
There has been.
I just think. I mean, she says, Guti, I didn't want to game with her, right? But also, on the other hand, I get the feeling that women don't want to see us happy, because gaming is that one thing that makes us happy as men. It's something that we don't understand why. It's something that you guys don't understand, but then it gives us this happy place where it's been a long day.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, let me just game for, a couple of minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So because it provides happiness for me, right? I don't know. But that's not the point. That's not what we're discussing. What I'm asking today, Kanye, is that, you've dated before,
yes.
Right? You have.
I have.
Right?
All these years of living and dating wouldn't be part of it.
No, well, there are some people that haven't. But anyway, so you probably have things that are to-dos as a couple and things that you absolutely must avoid.
And maybe also not interrupt other activities with past, as I would say, past traumas, Like if probably for an example, if there has been a history of something probably that has never been spoken of or laid on the table, and soften it maybe. There could possibly be a grudge withheld, and then now it brings into the other activity. But from your point of view, you also explained that you had a long day and you literally just wanted to ease out. But also, Luena, why ubatla ease out to go controlling? Because umuntu ofane kushayiwe la.
What are you on about?
I'm just
no, but
saying,
you see,
exactly.
hence. No, but hence, I was giving the example, Uguti. It's not about gaming.
Yeah.
I'm asking, Uguti, are there activities that, as a couple, it totally makes sense for you guys to do?
No, gaming is also one of them.
And then,
definitely.
Are there any other activities that it's a no-no for you? I'm asking you right now.
Well, yeah, pretty much, yeah. But it also would depend on the activity. I can't think of any right now.
Sure.
But
Okay, so let's start with activities that you think, when Noguti, as couples, you guys can do this together. Yeah. Do you have any?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yes, there's a lot, especially on TikTok. There's this one where you can align maybe your glasses, everything that's kind of similar, and then one guesses, and then if you wanted to become content for TikTok, then
when are you taking it to games? When I'm talking gaming. Okay, gaming is an activity, or playing games is an activity, right? Cleaning, cooking
together,
right?
Yeah, that sets a tone.
Exercising,
exactly,
right?
That is also
so these are some of the things that couples can do together.
Yes, definitely.
But I'm also more interested on the stuff that couples shouldn't do because here's the thing, with gaming, it's one way for us to unwind, right? And either we do it or we don't do it. Either we go hard or we don't do it. But anyway, Namanju Sankwatel, and I apologize because that wasn't the
She is
plan.
the game. At this point, she is the console. You must console her.
No, there's a difference. There's a controller. Because the controller, anyone can grab this controller and play with it. They can pass it on. Right? Yeah, but I can't pass it on. Right. So anyway, Vooka Nation, this morning we are talking about couples ideas that feel like genius in theory when looking at it, but then they translate differently. So those people, those couples that make ideas up, and they come up with these things to do, right? So hey, let's start a business together. Let's share one bank account. Red flag
together,
right?
yeah.
Or let's do a DIY renovation this weekend, but it doesn't always translate the same way,
True.
So I do apologize because of what happened. It's something I'm probably not understanding, but also because let me explain something. There's something called sportsmanship, right? And you get to experience this in sports,
yes,
where a win is a win.
Yeah.
Right? You get congratulated, and that's good.
Yeah.
But then when you lose, it's like, hey, congratulations, you won.
Yeah.
And I'll get you next time. And
Yeah.
the winner's like, better luck next time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's good sportsmanship, because
Yeah,
even
yeah.
in games, there's a term that we use called good game, as in GG.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we just played a good game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, so let me just set the scene, because I was just giving an example of what happened to me. But let me just quickly paint the picture. So you and your partner decide in a burst of motivation to simplify life by merging everything, right? We're talking finances, schedules, even
Yeah.
friend groups. At first, it feels efficient, 'cause
Yeah.
it makes sense. You know,
True.
we hang out in the same circles, we chat together, we do things together. And it feels more organized, and it's even more romantic, until one small disagreement turns
Leads
into
to
a
a whole disaster.
full-blown debate about
Yeah.
who used the card, who booked over those plans, and why there's suddenly zero personal space. Right?
Valid.
Yep. So that's what we're asking this morning. That is there things that couples can do together that totally make sense on paper, even in practice, and the other way as well, where it sounds good on paper, but not so good when translated.
Yeah,
right?
I believe also, like, there are. It's just that, hey, Vele, you are right, because I also have a scenery. I mean, you did mention that business ideas coming up and stuff. I've been in that also, debate or situation rather, where I in my mind, for one, I believe that a business could work as a form of partnership, also even in relationship, only to find out that there was a different outcome. But even if there was a different outcome and I got to also experience it in reality, I still stand with having the hope that couples can actually do business together. It's just you finding a right puzzle, and maybe getting a person who's also in sync with you enough to actually understand and decode your system and play it very well.
So
it shouldn't be like a competition thing most of the time, but like an aligned thing.
Yeah. So when couples are in business together, it's different from both of them being business minded. Yeah. Because it's like he has his own business, she has her own business, but they're just entrepreneurs at heart. But if they are both in business together, if it works out extremely well. If it doesn't, then it fails extremely so as well.
That's true.
Right? Because I've seen where people go into business and things don't work out because the other one needs money for personal things, and it just doesn't work out. Right?
Or the other one doesn't really see the vision as clearer.
My point exactly, right? But yeah, so continuing here, there are different perspectives when it comes to the topic, right? Because I see we've got a voice note from my girlfriend. And I told her yesterday, hey, I'm gonna make this a conversation on the show,
and
because
please tune in.
But anyway, either I'll play the voice note or I'll decide to call her, right? But anyway, the different perspectives is the all in perspective, right? People say we are all in. Whatever we do as a couple, we do it together. So some couples believe doing everything together builds closeness and trust. Sharing responsibilities, goals, and resources can create a strong sense of unity. I think if it works out, it works out, because it depends. I'm not going to sit here and say some couples are prone to not experiencing this kind of all-in behavior, but some of them do have the thing of not being too busy outside their relationship, so they spend more time with each other, so it kind of makes sense, right? But if you are a people's person, then it may just land differently.
Yeah, differently. Yeah, true.
And then we also have the reality check. So studies on relationship satisfaction often show that healthy independence actually improves long-term happiness. Partners who maintain separate interests and some autonomy report higher relationship satisfaction, right? So yeah, reality check is, look, I've got a life outside this.
Yes.
There are things that make me happy.
Yeah, outside of the relationship.
Are exclusive of the relationship, because I receive a certain type of joy when I'm with you versus when I'm doing recreational things by myself, right? So it could be gym, because gym is a place where I go to not only gym, but then to clear my mind as well. So if I'm at the gym and I'm talking to someone, it really defeats the purpose of why I wanted to do this in the first place. You get what I'm saying? So, but people are different, right? And then the other perspective is the practical side. And these individuals, they lean towards working together, managing joint finances without clear rules, and making big life changes too quickly, where it increases stress and all of that stuff. But they say, Bona, they will see as and when they go through things, the bridge, right? But again, to each their own, right? And then the last one is obviously the balanced approach that I think most of us should strive towards, where it is the strongest couples tend to mix shared goals with personal space, togetherness, and individuality, right? Because you still need to be an individual in the relationship, right? Yeah, so so that's what we're asking this morning, Moeketsi. Do you find things, or are there things that you would want to do with your partner, and there are things that you would absolutely not want to do with your partner? So let us know in the comments, right? Let us know in the comments, and then we'll unpack this a bit further. But any last thoughts on this, Kanye, before we move on?
I mean, I think also it's just about the equivalency of how we spend the times. You know, maybe we find ourselves spending more activities. I mean, we find ourselves doing less activities together than actually, you know, I don't know if I'm making sense. Probably when you're at work, obviously, she cannot be there most of the time, you know, which is, you spend most half of your day. And then obviously, except now you're tired, you just literally want to sleep. You're tired. So maybe the duration, the balance, you spend less the side and then more the side. So when obviously you get the chance to actually open up, you then still close the door and still remain the only winner, you know, and you're taking the cup, and you're leaving the emotions now, you know, blurry to say, because he spent literally most of his day outside, and now that I want to be together in this with him now, he still counts me outside emotionally, because you need to understand, we as women, we emotional creatures. So I'd say that the equivalence, there should be a balance.
Absolutely.
I do understand the question of yes, which activities and stuff, but sometimes it turns out that it's not just the activities itself, but the time spent on each activity.
No, look, when at that part, I fully understand. You know? Perhaps also the Vooka Nation can share their thoughts on this one. But let's just go to the voice note. I mean, it's something I haven't listened to, and I think it's in response to what we are talking about this morning, right?
Yeah.
So let's just have a quick listen right here.
And get to hear what Mama Bear is saying.
Good morning, Vooka Nation. Hope everybody's good. Hi, Kanye on the table. This topic is, I don't know, rather bedside for me. Okay, I understand. You've had a long day. You want to come and unwind rather, but I'm here. Okay, you've been gone the whole day. I'm here and you want to come unwind. We won with me next to you. So make it make sense. But see, at this point, I just want to do something now. Let's do something together. Here's something that you love, but let me in on it.
Ish.
Let's do it together. But then
Ish.
he ended up playing I won. I had the controller, but I couldn't even press one button because he was just in his zone. So how do you come home after a long day and want to unwind? We won. What am I doing here?
Aww, Mama Bear, whenever you get a chance, come, let me hug you, baby. Let me hug you.
It's one of those. Yeah,
You see?
Look, because I agreed. I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it. But like I said, when I play, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it ended up not translating as well as we thought it would.
Yeah.
But it just got me curious. So good to, within relationships, is there things that sound good on paper?
But
because when I feel like when it comes to gaming like this, it's one of those that we probably shouldn't. I mean, we'll try again, but we probably shouldn't, do it together.
I mean, you just gave us a very exclusive show
Nani,
right now.
It's like Nani, you guys, whenever you want time to do something recreational by yourself, we allow you.
Yes.
Right?
But
Because if you're watching
to her,
Days, if you're watching Boldy,
yeah.
and
But
because
listen,
I'm not interested in I'm not interested in Bold, ne? I can't sit with you.
Ufuna enjoy a space, ne? Sako, doing what you want, doing what you love. The best thing you can do is just like literally invite her freely. Like invite her mind, body, spirit, and soul.
Quote covered.
Type of thing.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's the only thing she was asking. Like, ufuna wena muthu wanga ngikufuna ngamanda, so asinga jiggy and stuff and say whatever, but like and understand the core foundation of everything and not just say it's activities, because we may look for these activities but still it turns out that the emotions are not really there. So let's deal with the emotional intelligence before we can, because with us women, it never goes anywhere else. We love wholeheartedly with our emotions. Our hearts are like literally so invested. You don't men lie, right? You fell for that.
No, I mean, I thought human beings lie.
Men lie, women lie. But like I'm just saying, also men also would sometimes find a way to access you by lying. But at the same time, you as a woman, because you are invested emotionally, you are dragged in that feeling emotionally without even considering the lies or whatever, unless you are, smart enough to actually detect.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll probably unpack this another day. But we've got comments coming through right here on YouTube, right? So Usashe says, good morning, Vooka team and Vooka Nation at large.
Morning, Sash. Thank you so much for joining.
Happy Thursday, because Bawinile Bafana. I was excited. I heard like a Mavuvuzela at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that was a great.
And who needed an alarm for that?
Yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And then she comes through, says, so my money and Moose gave themselves day offs due to.
It's a Bafana special.
Just make this text a tad bigger. Sorry.
It's a Bafana special.
There we are. Yeah, so they gave themselves a day off, because remember what Ramaphosa said about
it's a day off.
If Bafana wins, if they win the World Cup, we'll get a holiday for the whole country. But I think Lana, if Bafana qualify for the knockout stages, then the guys get a day off.
Yeah.
Right. So clearly that's what they have done. The text is a bit small here. I can't see that much. But anyway, wait. Yeah, but guys, keep those comments coming through. There we go. Nice and big right now. Okay. Yeah, so they gave themselves a day off. So moving on to the next comment right here. Yeah, so they give themselves a day off due to them being up at 3 a.m. Joking. Well done, Banele, for multitasking. Hey,
Yeah, shout
thank
out.
you. Shout out.
Kudos to you.
Because you are on camera and people were like, hey, who's this Kanye girl that is behind the scenes, and we're holding it down.
Now today they finally get to. It's an exclusive. It's a Bafana win. It's an exclusive show. People that are not really used to being on, they are now, showing off. It's an exclusive show.
Yeah, awesome. So my mom comes through. She says, a very good morning, Vooka Nation, Underground Radio, DBN, and of course our best energetic V team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile on a beautiful, chilly Thursday. Miss Q Rams comes through, says, good morning, Vooka Nation. Happy Spiritual Thursday. Hashtag Sivugile. Hey, camera lady. Back bullies.
Hey.
Moms comes through again, says, wishing you a wonderful, blessed morning and stay safe and take care of yourselves.
Thank you so much,
Hashtag
Mama.
Rise and Shine.
Thank you so much,
Hashtag
Mama.
Spiritual Alignment Day. And then Sashay comes through. She says, oh, Banela, you're going to be in trouble again. You basically said we don't want to see you happy as men. And she may twist it just to start
exactly.
another fight. Well, you see,
I agree.
Look, if I'm happy, I come home and I love you better. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can't give what you don't have. So if I have happiness, joy in my heart, rest assured you're going to be receiving happiness and joy.
Valid.
Does that make sense?
Valid.
But if one feels like they are trapped and they can't express their individuality within a relationship. Look, guys, this is by no means like a big thing. Ne? It's just a small thing where we thought it would be great. It's like, trying to cook together with you and your partner, and it just doesn't pan out that well.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? So this is just something that's like, hey, we tried doing something recreational for both of us. And I'm like, hey, I've noticed, Uguti, there are certain things that we can do together and things that we cannot do together. So I'm a little bit mindful of that, Uguti. Perhaps then just like
open your mind,
just like any other thing else, one would have to schedule time to do his into because at work you schedule his into, and I guess Nalana
you have to
schedule maybe I can only game on weekends, who knows, right? You agree?
I do agree. Maybe find something out of gaming that would probably excite the both of you and that would actually make you guys connect, because we have so many games that could do that, if you can look up onto the internet, maybe,
Sure.
We are living in abundance. Try something that would maybe be specific about the games now. Like
I'll try
now,
something different.
The algorithm changes to emotionally connection games.
But also I'm gonna ask babes to also come through on the comments or send another voice note, because I think it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I called her up because we were not together, and I said, hey, let's play a game together. Guess what game we were playing? Ludo, right? So there's this Ludo game, King Ludo or something like that, where she's able to connect on her TV. I can also do the same on my end. And then we play together, right? And so, but like, just save me. I'm not a bad person, like in save. So we do play certain types of games. And I remember yesterday saying, but babes, here we're talking about AAA games. AAA games, borrow me the controller.
Yeah.
We're talking about games that you play on this guy here, right? Where it's intense. The graphics are intense. It requires investment,
heavy technical,
right? But we've played games, like multiple games together. I just think
this
kind of game, unfortunately, it's not for us as a couple. But we play a lot of games. We play Ludo, we play online, right? But anyway, continuing with the comments, Sashay says, listening to her seems like you excluded her and you don't compromise on how you would normally play when alone as to with someone. Shame. Buy her a chocolate or something.
She deserves something.
You reckon?
Give her all the love. all the love that she deserves.
All right. And then my girlfriend, Sima Mikalana, comes through. She says, thank you, Sashay. I feel he was being selfish and I just wanted to be with him and see him happy doing what he enjoys. But I guess I'm not part of what makes him happy. But anyway, Mom says a big shout out to Bafana. But we'll come back. But look, guys, let me say this. It's not as bad. It was just a case of wanted to try something. It didn't work out. Because it's a different type of game. Not all games will translate the same way. Right? Unfortunately, Mortal Kombat, because that's the game we were talking about, Mortal Kombat. It's a different game. It's a different game altogether. So it requires a different approach, and one has to be a gamer to be able to play, right? So yeah.
And maybe we can also make it more exciting. Let's actually have a game with Mama Bear as well, because it looks like it's a whole connection game. We can also have like our own game now.
Yeah, we can. Look, I mean there's this game.
And have her also playing with us.
There's this game in Ludo which can have up to 6 participants, but it will take long if it's 6 people. We can absolutely do that, one of these days, So yeah. I'm saying now, today in the show. On the show? Yeah. Okay, brainstorm. Maybe a last segment could be that happy mode. Yeah. Connection game day. It's a shame. So not everyone took a day off. Moses here behind the camera. But yeah, share your thoughts, bro.
Here's the thing, Mr. B. I've seen you play both FIFA and Mortal Kombat, right? And I've played against you.
Tablet.
And I've played against you playing Mortal Kombat, right? Growing up, I used to be a gamer growing up, but not anymore, right? And I've seen the level that you go at, and I don't want to make this seem as if it's a boy girl thing, right? But
because it's not.
It's really not.
It's absolutely not.
It's not, right? And I think what people who haven't seen you or who haven't seen what you're like when you're gaming and you're playing don't really understand when you say, like, are you a gamer? Like, do you understand that?
I first need to ask if
do you get what I'm trying to say? Are you a gamer?
Yeah, because
I'd make an
playing
example.
Up against.
I'd make an example with myself. When someone says, "Oh, MooCee, please let's sit by the keyboard or with the piano and let's sing together," and it's like. Like, I'm sorry, but like, no, bro, like no, like not in a bad way, but like no, because I take this thing very seriously. It's not like it's not a hobby where we're just going through the motions and we're vibing and sure, like I would do that with my girlfriend and okay, actually let's vibe, okay? But like first thing, like you're tone deaf, you don't know how to sing.
Ouch.
You don't hear. No,
teach me
true.
how to.
No, but you don't know how to. Like you don't know how to. That's the point here.
Oh yes, yes,
right?
yes.
And like I like how you say you've played other games outside of AAA games like Ludo, the Snakes.
Yeah, we play Snakes and Ladders.
What's this game? Where you
Candy Crush.
But there's this other one. I'll tell you in a second.
I mean, right now I'm playing Roblox right now.
Okay.
With Topical, right?
I see.
So
Subway Surf,
yeah.
Things like that.
Temple Run.
Games. Yeah, Temple Run. Gaming that don't require much technicality. But I think the point that we're missing here is that there should and there absolutely are things that you and I can do and can't do as a couple. And for you specifically, Mr. B, when it comes to gaming, because it's such a technical and very competitive thing,
AAA games.
It also goes deeper than just
AAA
letting
games.
loose and just relaxing and trying to forget. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I get the point of wanting to spend time. Okay, let's spend time, but not with gaming. I've seen videos online where girls or girlfriends will wait for their man to leave the house, right?
Yeah.
And they'll break their gaming consoles.
Hectic.
Like a PS5 or a PS4, or they'll delete their career on
the progress
that they've made on FIFA or on all these other AAA games, And it's like, dude, do you understand what you just did? Like, my dude, like, and it's very
personal.
It is highly so, very deeply so, and it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's valid when people break up with you. Absolutely. I will break up with you now. Like, and leave my house. Like,
but I wouldn't do that.
I mean, sure, do you get what I'm trying to say? But I would understand why someone would want to put validity behind something like that, you know. And yeah, there's other things, man. I would say, let's watch a series. What's your favorite series?
It's just a game at the end of the day. You will be bored by the series as well. I'll be enjoying it alone.
Yesterday, Best Peggy. 2 episodes is good is nice because we were throwback costume, right? So we sat there together watching Good is nice, right?
You guys had a laugh about it.
Yeah, we had a laugh, you know, Stumo, this, that. It was good.
Nostalgic.
And then,
well.
yeah. And funny enough, we made a comment. I just can't remember it, but Tuguti, something about old people. I'll try and remember.
Sure.
But yeah, so I think. Mamaka, rather than sending a voice note, perhaps let's for the next 2-3 minutes maybe call through, so that you don't sound like you're being overshadowed or anything.
Yeah.
And express your thoughts.
Yeah.
But we play games. We do play games. Ludo. I mean, just tell the guys.
The levels are different.
And today she got to be part of the show too.
Yeah, she's part of the show. Like Sasa, everyone will be part of the show, right?
Yeah.
So let me just engage a call quickly, and then perhaps let's just kiss and make up on the show.
Hello.
Stando, how are you?
Okay, guys.
I thought you were not okay, or is it just force of habit to see one should say they're okay? But anyway, look, what happened yesterday pertaining the game itself, right? But we do play games, other forms.
We do.
Yeah, we do, right? So I feel like there's maybe a misunderstanding in as far as wanting to spend time doing things that somehow I feel like they hold me back. I can't really game fully so when it comes to these types of games. But I think if Mshambo, it could have been a case of, you know what, just put away the controller, let's play Ludo together. Then I would have been like, yeah, sure, let's game together, right? But I don't know, you've got a different idea from all of this.
Okay. The voice note, I'm explaining how everybody is missing the point of what happened. That's all. The point was to have fun with you, doing what you like. And like it was innocent. It was okay. It was okay. Let's play together. That was the point. It's okay. We're gonna have fun and play together. Since you're gonna play, so let me join you. Yes, we have played other games, but the thing is, you play your Mortal Kombat as much as you would be on the screen for hours, and it doesn't bother me. It's fine. But now I'm here over Mortal Kombat, rather than me saying shifting you on doing what you want to do at that time. Let me join you on it. Let's do it together. Rather than me saying, let's do it. Let's do something else. But then I was like, okay, I know he enjoys Mortal Kombat. Let me join in.
Okay.
But then,
and then what happened afterwards when you started playing?
What you drink, and I asked you. You were like, I play hard. I was like, don't do that.
So I should play soft.
Like, there you're doing it again. I was not gonna tell you how to do it, but I was like, don't do that. Let's play. That's what I said. Let's play. but we didn't play. You played. And yeah, that's what she wanted.
Can we play now?
Who initiated playing the game? Who initiated? Who initiated?
No, I asked to join him.
So he was already playing?
No, he was not. He was not. The controller was here, the laptop was here. So I asked him, are you going to play? What's he? Yes. Okay, bring the other controller. Let me join you.
Okay, I think, and I get what you're saying, right?
And I provided a disclaimer.
You did, though.
Look, when I play,
especially these kinds of games.
Yeah.
Yes.
AAA games.
I pleaded with him, don't do that.
But I think that's...
Do not. What I had, don't do that. Let's just play.
I think
Let's just play.
Yeah, that's where you're missing it. When Banana plays FIFA, Mortal Kombat, AAA games specifically, there's no going soft.
With who?
It matters not.
Who?
At this point, I think it matters not. It's so deep.
It should matter.
No, but it's so deep. I think that's where we're missing. That's where we're missing each other, I think, Mr. P.
I'm not his gamer friend. I'm not, and he knows that.
But we do have games we play together.
Together as a couple, yes.
And go on my game competitively so. We trade blows where you would win and I would win playing Ludo.
Okay, sure.
Kuba mnandi phela umami makawinile uDeli makawina, it's not nice.
No guys. Fine. You play your Mortal Kombat. You are best at it. Why ubatla dlala keliteng? Why don't you initiate as playing something that little khona go you win really too? Or compete, because you want to compete against really too.
Yeah, so I think
Mortal Kombat said no in Zokshire, so don't even try.
Which I did say, right? And when I said it, you were like, you'd want to quit. You said, no, I'm not going to quit. I'm like, okay, bring it on.
You keep on defending yourself. I asked you not to do that. You don't do that. Okay. Let's play. But you played. So you're going to defend yourself until the end of the...
So I'm saying there's other games that we can play together. Yeah,
yes.
Because Lana...
Mortal Kombat, we did not play those games. We played Mortal Kombat. And you agreed with, let's play Mortal Kombat. Hence, you said, let's play something else because Lang Zokshire, it won't end well. But no, you continue towards let's play.
Kodwa can Smami, are you still online?
I am.
Yeah, please don't leave us because I have a game that we can also play together. Maybe it will. It's also maybe this time you'll win. Yabo.
I don't want to play anybody.
Yeah? You don't want to play with Banana? Banana, don't do that.
And I'm sorry.
Sorry.
On this one,
I'm sorry.
A second ago, it's not a boy girl thing.
Yeah,
right?
I'm so sorry.
But this one. That's the thing. It now gets
It's a couple thing. It's not a boy girl thing.
Yes.
Really. We are a couple. We're supposed to do it as a couple. I'm not his gamer friend. I've been saying that I'm not his gamer friend. He was not supposed to treat me as one.
The point that I'm trying to make is
don't defend him. He's not supposed to defend himself now.
No, but I'm sorry, I'm defending him. Because in this instance now, it's getting to a point where, and this is where I think we misunderstand each other as couples, right? When we're dating, is that there are things that I'm going to do. I'm sorry, even being my girlfriend or a boyfriend, I'm going to recognize you in that moment of doing that activity as an opponent as opposed to my person. And I get that you want to spend time and you want to be together. But it's so competitive to a point where I'm not going to recognize you. You know this thing of ladies first.
Yeah.
When we're on the battlefield, we're soldiers there. There's no saying, hi, I'm going to shoot you with 2 bullets and then the guy I'm going to shoot with 10 bullets. No.
That's the wrong
and it gets personal now when...
You're not listening.
Okay,
you're not listening. You're not listening. We were not competing. We were supposed to play. We were supposed to have fun. It was not supposed to turn emotional. It was not
Mortal Kombat is competitive.
Okay, but now looking back, Sharp. The lesson here is that for me, no, I'm saying for me, looking back.
Wait, who? Moeketsi le MooCee le nna gape.
No. I'm saying now, looking back. Now
we're not the same. The way you treat MooCee no Moeketsi is not supposed to be the same way you treat me.
Right.
The way udlala nabo, you can't say the same udlala nami.
I agree. So I'm saying now, looking back, it should not be the same. So if it is okay, then there are certain games that you and I can play together, and then there are other games that must be reserved for other people.
What bothers me? We have played Mortal Kombat before. Before Izol, we have played it many times. So that's why I said where you didn't want to play with me. It's just maybe you don't want to tell me, but you just don't want to play with me, so I backed down. So I think that's it, Nje.
Okay.
So that means we can't play now.
I apologize. Look, I apologize. But look, the time when we played EMK.
I apologize, but yeah. Because you're apologizing and then you want to justify what you apologizing for. Apologize and we clean up. You can apologize and say but.
Okay,
because
so
they apologize.
What I'm saying is, Uguti, we know games that you and I thrive in, ain't? Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll take this offline. But again, I do apologize. Then it shouldn't be competitive, amongst us. But any last words, maybe?
No. I've let my steam out, right?
Okay.
Thank you for the apology.
Okay. Okay. No, thanks. I mean, jobbing Ishuguti, this was something silly, Veluguti. You know how couples would argue about silly things where it's like, hey, it's a game. Yeah. But clearly,
it's deeper than that.
It quickly escalated, right? Yeah. It quickly escalated. Jobbing Ishuguti, even before playing the game.
Never to regulate.
I sort of gave a disclaimer, but we'll come back to that another time. Yeah. But again, apologies about that.
Zakalela dog. Well, you better have that money to buy those flowers. That's the only activity that will make sense at this point.
All right, so just to look at my comments right here on YouTube, right? Sashay comes through at Banela, you picked a game that you knew you always play hard and it backfired. For peace, Banela, you will not win on this one. Validate her feelings just to have peace at home. She's your girl after all. Next time, exclude games that you know it's your AAA games and you play extra hard. Yeah, makes sense. And then Cat Books comes through, says, good morning, Vooka Nation. Sashay, good morning, Cat. Hope you're doing good. Banele, put it to rest. You are adding oil into the fire and you aren't winning on this one. You have some making up to do. No, absolutely, guys. Absolutely. So we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're still going to be talking about things in the dating world, because we're talking about you've broken up with someone, but then digitally this person is still a ghost, man. They still check out his statuses, they follow you like Casper the Ghost, right? So we're going to dive into that as well as more things right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Yeah. But any thoughts before we go on a break?
The conversation is very interesting, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. You have to stay tuned. Something happened to me this morning.
Okay.
Right?
Pertaining this
conversation. Okay. Pertaining this conversation. And I don't know. The world works in very mysterious ways. Because when I was thinking of this yesterday and putting this discussion together, right, the topic together, I didn't even know that would happen. But nothing hectic. It's nothing hectic that happened to me. But it is very closely related to this. So I'll tell you after the break. Cool.
Awesome. Guys, don't change that dial. We're going to jump into I'm a ghost, digital ghosts, right? An X, that's a digital ghost, right? So yeah, don't change that dial, and we'll be back in the jiffy.
Some type of
Delilah, Delilah, why you wanna bring me so? Delilah, Delilah, why you wanna bring me so? Land on me, go do, go dance. Take time, take chance. Unwind, make plans on me. Come fly, come land on me. Go do, go dance. Take time, take chance. Unwind, make plans on me. Come fly, come land on me. Go do, go dance. Take time, take chance. Unwind, make plans on me. Come fly, come land on me. Delilah. I've been missing the way you touch me, baby. Kisses on my neck and the love you gave me. When I think about it, I go a little bit crazy. It's gotta be more than this for you and I to coexist. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Help me, I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. I've been scrolling through the text messages you sent me, trying to fill the holes where you left me empty. And when I think about it, get a little emotional, knowing that we might never ever be close to loving. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Help me, I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Help me, I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Sober up, think it's time for me to sober up, 'cause I don't know what I should do with all these feelings. Don't wanna be needy, too in
love. Maybe I am just too in love. Baby, all I know is I can't make you stay, but don't just walk away. Help me. I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. Help me. I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer.
City boy with a country swing. First we went from the court to the bikes, back to the course of my younger days. Lived through it all, but still nothing changed. Forever be me till I'm in the grave. Face on my problems, don't run away. Stand on my feelings, don't need a chase. Just shoot me straight. I'm like an acrobat, a circus act, like they got me in a cage. I could go tit for tat, the gift to gab, but can't give it to the hate. I'ma just tip my cap and dip right back to my little
Time right
place.
now is 20 minutes after the hour 9 o'clock, and you are still tuned into the Vooka Breakfast Show with myself, Banele. I'm here with Kanye as well as MooCee Mist right here on the table. Before the break, things were heated, and sometimes the intention isn't for things to go or be blown out of proportion, right? Because I feel like it was just a scratch, but we shouldn't now book me into the operating room. Woodmanja, I need an operation. It was just a scratch, right? But anyway, we're still here, and we're giving you nothing but positive vibes, because as we have seen, there are things that I feel like couples should or can do together, and there's other things for recreational purposes, individually so, that one should still find their individuality within a couple setting, right? But anyway, as we mentioned earlier, Mist has a very interesting story that happened to him, which somehow ties into the next conversation that we are going to talk about, which are digital ghosts.
Yes, sir.
People that create multiple accounts just to follow you on social media.
That's fine.
There's a term for that. It's called trolling, right?
Yes.
Where they troll you. So we're going to be talking about that more, especially if it is an ex of yours that still finds a way to view your statuses, but they don't want to reveal themselves who they are, right? So we're going to dive into that. But before we do that, I just quickly want us to go to the trending topics that are happening. So a headline that came out yesterday is that Clive Davis died at the age of 94. Clive Davis, which is a legendary music executive. Clive Davis died at the age of 94, prompting tributes from global artists he mentored, from the likes of Alicia Keys, Bruce Springsteen, Carlos Santana, and has been praised for the work that he's done over the years. So he died yesterday at the age of 94. And he was one of the most powerful figures in music, shaping careers of Whitney Houston, Alicia Keys, as mentioned, as well as more. So his death has triggered a widespread tribute, with many calling him a visionary mentor. His career spanned over 6 decades across major labels like Columbia and Arista Records. So despite success, his legacy includes past controversies and scrutiny over his business practices. So a very big individual in the music space, but there has been, talks in the corridors about his ethics or the way that he does things. But he's been late to,
How old was he when he died?
94.
94.
Crazy.
That's
94.
Crazy. I mean, I looked at the picture. I remember you did show me the picture. I don't think I recognized him. I don't think I recognized him. But man. I don't know. It's the journey that we're all on.
Yeah.
Growing up, my mother, my grandmother, my aunt would always say, right? None of us are here to stay. Yeah. None of us are here to stay for long. Right. Some of us are. It's a couple of years. Some of us are able to go well into our 90s like he did.
And the ones that are evil, they live long.
Yes,
for some reason.
Yes.
For some reason.
Yes.
People said, how else you can think?
Yeah, and I was about to also spark the same conversation since MooCee acho gore a re ba fiti kaofela, but o ba fiti ba jwang, o ba fiti be le gore ne ba phedisa batho hantle kapa o ba fiti be le gore keng o no lisa batho.
No, what I mean is we're all on the journey of eventually leaving this physical earth.
Yes, layering out in the ukuthi yes siyabahamba.
You like looking deep into things.
Yeah, when uhambe kanjani, it also counts ukuthi wena bophila kanjani.
I'm just saying, look, it appears as if the good die young, and then the not so good they outlast everyone else.
Yeah,
but another one that came out yesterday is that the Polygamist is hitting global.
Guys, the Polygamist has cracked the internet. The Polygamist
it
has disturbed the internet, guys. So far, I think I've seen about 10, maybe to 15 reviewers on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok talking about the Polygamist
from
the US.
Prominent.
From the US, proper platforms talking about the Polygamist. And this one lady also even did a comparison as to the original.
The book.
No. The original sub versus dub, right? The dubbed one where obviously they would have American voice actors do the dubbing, right? And so that it's just more relatable as opposed to how we pronounce certain words in English in South Africa with the various and multitude of accents that we have. And so she was like, we call that, the name is pronounced Jonas. But in South Africa, or particularly in this series, they go Jonasi, you know. But she was just making that comparison.
But I saw there's an I at the end.
At the end, Jonasi. Yeah, I get that. You know,
so it's
how
not Jonas.
The name is because is there a name like that in our 11 official languages?
No, but I saw it being written as Jonasi.
Yes, so they wrote it the way we pronounce David, but it's David. Thomas, but it's Thomas. Those are English names, right? You get what I'm trying to say? So we say them according to the rules of our different languages in South Africa.
David.
David. Oh, wow. What's David? You know that little kid on social media. But anyway, yeah. So, but the name is Jonas. So she was just making the comparison. But outside of that, people are like, guys, what is Jonas doing? Like, what's happening with this? Is this how South Africans go through their relationships, or for the most part, you know? And it's crazy how different people from different races, from different countries and different backgrounds are relating to this series, saying there's a Jonas in my family, your uncle is a Jonas, you've dated a Jonas, your neighbor is a Jonas, and stuff like that. But it's just crazy how it's gotten to a global level, man.
Yeah, because even stars like Taraji P. Henson and Sherry Shepherd,
really,
where they were publicly praising it because of the level of acting, it is of an international standard. Yeah. But besides the story that it depicts, there's praises. The production is quite good, and also the actors. But there was a time where there were comments being made on social media. Are these the best actors? Like the way bang a corner.
That South Africa. What physically?
Physically,
their physical appearance.
Yes. And there was a backlash where South Africa was like, look, Tina, we don't handpick talent. We allow talent as is to showcase itself. Because if you're only going to choose pretty faces, then this is not Hollywood. But we embrace our uniqueness, our diversity, and these are the stars. These are everyday people. This is what everyday South Africans actually look like.
Art reflecting life.
Exactly.
Art reflecting life.
Wait, looking like how? As in like how Jonas had to picked himself on
No, physical appearance. Like
how's
for example,
the physical
like
in
for
what way?
example, Obo Konjubanu Ntuli Celeste, right?
Yes.
Uguti, you know, I don't know, maybe
Celeste isn't the prettiest girl
prettiest,
to have been given
Casted.
that.
But there's
cast
also those kind of people in America, below ranking.
but
You
you
don't
don't see
feel
a
they
lot of them.
deserve.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, why now when they in South Africa there's a
No, man, it's just it's. Look, man, it's. I'll make an example, an equivalent example to it. It's like taking people who have numbers on social media and putting them on radio, and on TV and making them presenters.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're not. I'm sorry, you're not a radio head. You don't have radio in your bones. You understand? You have the following based on whatever content you put out on the different platforms, but you don't have radio in your blood, running through your blood. You don't understand it. You don't consume it as well.
Yep.
You're not well versed in the space of radio presenting. One understand? And it's like, so where is the industry? And this is a battle that I have not personally now with the space. Are we getting to a point, or are we at a point as people who are in the space where we are informed? Oh, there we go.
never mind. It's just
Just the vibration will hold it on you. Yeah.
Right. Are we at a point? Are we at a point where we're being informed by the numbers versus the talent, right? And the type of content that different platforms put out. Where if the numbers say that they want to consume a certain type of content, are you then as a content creator forced or pushed to switch up the style of your content that you put out? You know, it's very crazy. It's very crazy. So I think it's a tricky one to navigate. I think it's very tricky.
I mean, it makes perfect sense. Like, for example, this is radio, TV, right?
Sure.
Now, I've got a background in training where I can stand in front of a multitude of people and talk.
Sure.
But it's different when I stand here, and it calls for a different outlook, especially if you are presenting.
Yeah.
So just because one can do something doesn't mean that
You'll be
it
able to
applies
thrive
in
everywhere.
another space. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I haven't watched The Polygamist yet. I've seen one reaction video where the girl or the wife got
been
Jonasi.
The one where she's been dragged.
I'm not sure about being dragged, but then she's basically stopping him from leaving.
yeah.
And then he pretends as if he's going back inside, and then he jogs or sprints and
Back
and
to the car
and then
yeah.
That's funny.
yeah.
That's
But
the most famous, yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably watch it this weekend. I'll see.
I did
I'll see.
issue a challenge to both you and I and Mo. Guys, let's go watch at least one episode.
Okay.
I'm sort of waiting for the hype to die down for now. I'm not really keen on watching it because it's making the rounds and it's hyping people up. So I'm sort of waiting for the hype to die down, and then I'll jump into it. Maybe by the time they release season 2, I'll start season 1 properly.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, that's just my own 2 cents. Mr.
Yeah.
B.
So moving on. Yeah. Because the conversation has started in the chat about monitoring spirits, right?
Right.
So something happened to you which ties into digital ghosts.
So my morning was a very tricky one. Firstly, there was noise Kokasi, obviously.
At
All over
5.
Soweto, guys. Like, if you haven't seen the videos, guys, Soweto is a country. Soweto is not a township. Soweto is a country. I live across flats, right? The residents of the flats were making noise like no one's business. And then I had electricity issues at my house, not as a neighborhood. I had to sort that out quickly before I got ready. But waking up, Mr. B, which is crazy, waking up, I dreamt of a girl that I used to see back in high school. And I haven't seen this girl in a while, bro. And maybe, okay, I might be giving away who she is because I'm not going to say her name for obvious reasons. But her birthday is on the 2nd of September. Mine is on the 6th. So back in high school, we had this thing where we would hang out for our birthdays, or at least try to make plans and celebrate Virgo babies, you know? But yeah, that was back in high school. We had the little thing that we had, but I dreamt of her. And in the dream, like she received me. Because after high school, a couple of years after high school, she met another guy, had a baby, she was living her life, I was like, oh, okay, cool stuff. I almost said her name. Like, yeah, no, nice one. I'm happy for you. That's cool. It looks like you're living a nice life, right? But in the dream, I walk to her because she's with friends, and then she shies away a bit from her friend group, and she comes close to me, and we hug. Hi, how's it going? It's been a while. I said one of the things that I liked saying to her back then, and it still got to her, But and then the dream is, how dreams are. You move from one setting to another, and it's like, what's happening? How do I follow this, the line of actions, or things of that nature? But then when I woke up, I started thinking, if I was someone else, I would want to go on her social media to see what she's up to.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Makes sense.
If I was someone else, and I think most of us do that. Most people in society do that. Let me see what he's up to. And then the person jumps onto the Vooka breakfast show, sees you, how Banana is now on radio. Okay, that's interesting. What else is he up to? And you start scrolling. And you find yourself now, you're at 2021 on someone's page. And you've gone through almost 4 or 5 years of their lives, And so the question is, have you done that?
But before we talk about if we have,
sure.
When going through someone's timeline,
sure.
Do you not think that's like a quick way of catching up, ne? In their absence, of course?
Sure.
Rather than having a conversation where, hey, how's life? How have you been? If you go through my timeline, you can see it's okay. Oh, you've got a kid, you got married, this
got a
and
new
this
job,
happened, you got a new
car,
job. Exactly.
Got promoted,
for all the things that someone has posted, right?
Sure.
So that's just a way of catching up. But I guess it has to do with also intent. Is there a reason
for
why
you
want
go through
to do
my
that,
page?
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's something I have done. Yeah.
Okay. Gone through like an ex's page.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Okay.
I've done that. I mean, look, for me, social media, I don't really post much. I think when I first created the account, that's when I would post on a regular. Because I remember, like in 2010, that's when I used to post a lot, right? And when I used to go back to my old comments, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I wrote this and whatnot. But there was a time I stopped posting.
Sure.
And then my interest in social media altogether died down. Yeah. But today, as it stands, I think for me, it's a tool to check if, like, whether it's someone that you want to work with or whatnot.
Sure.
It's a tool that I use to see what kind of individual you are. So I'm also not going to mention names, but we once had an individual, a guy, motivational speaker. But then when you went through his Facebook account,
he posts.
you posting this wrong.
That's funny. That's
things,
funny.
But isn't that their personal
things
space
of a provocative nature, ne?
Such as?
No.
Sure, provocative.
And here's the thing: I think people don't realize that businesses vet people, or one of the processes or tools that they use to vet people and go through the process when you're about to get hired into a company. I forget what the process is called, man. But it's like a vetting process, right? They use social media.
Yeah.
Social media is now used as a tool to see what kind of an individual you are. Sure, Kanye.
Okay, well, I understand that part, but does that mean now if I am Kanye and yes, I know that I have a business, now I can't also have like a social media space that is personally mine where I can express myself freely without actually pinning everything to my business?
Some people are brands.
Absolutely.
So it means it's your personal account. Yes. But if you've got a business brand like we do here with the Vooka Breakfast Show, you know that you're seeing a collective of what we do in the space together, right? But now if you go to MooCee straight, it means you want to see what he does, right?
Yes.
But also
for various reasons. Some could come for music, some could come for... You know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah.
And I hear what you're saying when you say you stopped posting certain things. I as well, at some point, I think about 8-9 years ago, or maybe 7 years ago, stopped posting certain things on my personal page, right? And it also prompted me about 6 years ago to create a artist page separate from my personal page, because there's certain things that I want to express personally, my personal views and ideas and how I view things. All right. And then there's, if you want the Vooka Breakfast Show and my music and where I'm gigging, and go that other artist page, right? And it's like, and then someone friends you, sends you a friend request. Hey. Hey. No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to accept your friend request or have you as a friend on Facebook, because you and I don't know each other like personally like that. Like, no. Gone are the days where we have 5,000 plus friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
Now, who are you? When delete, unfriend.
Actually, we're unfriending now.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the reason I say it doesn't mean that, Kanye. Yes, post it's your personal page, but you are wanting to come and work at the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Okay.
Right? And then Rasha, okay,
Reputation-wise.
Kanye, wetsa ingi, Rabona wena, Monday morning, 3 o'clock, ukom chaivong and you're drinking, and you want to come work at the Vooka Breakfast Show. How is that going to work? Right? And it's not it's your life. Go, absolutely go for it. And man, monitoring spirits when you want.
Getting flies at the studio.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
There's a fly in the
But if we
studio.
see, 5 o'clock when Tuesday we go shop to shop, okay, it's your personal, but it means it's going to leak into your work.
Yeah.
Because you're someone who enjoys being on the night out during the week. And we're not judging you, go for it. But unfortunately, we can't have someone working on the Vooka Breakfast Show who does that. That's how businesses now.
I kind of have had, or rather, let me say, experienced that kind of experience whereby I've had my manager. Lena, I'm not going to name drop because, but the situation here was I didn't block them from seeing my statuses. So they'd see my status and they saw Guti, I'm a very outgoing person, Sana. And they made a comment, Guti, yeah, but now you should also minimize going out. So I was like, Aibo Sana, ungena aphi, because mina, when I have to show up at work, I do show up, And at the same time, now Kona is into Ozenza as a manager, as out of. And I don't think I ever come into your space and it feels like now I'm attacking you, Guti. Yeah, but it's not like Kupatalakanako and stuff. So, Yabo, I feel like there should be a thin line.
So let me set the scene or the context of the conversation. So let's just imagine you've had a massive win, right? Whether it's like you bought a new car or you landed a major promotion or you just looking incredible, right? And you post a story to celebrate on any of the socials, whether it's WhatsApp, Facebook, or you name it. And then within 10 minutes, you check who's checked your the viewer list, right?
Yeah.
And right there near the top, right at the top,
15 minutes ago,
you see Uguti. It is
ex.
your ex that has checked your status, and there's no message,
no reaction
whatsoever.
Yes, sir.
No hello. It's just a silent thing. What do you do? Because now you've got this person that's checking you out.
And another 2 years,
yes.
Nah, you get up. I mean, what are you doing in my text? Which does happen.
Because there's also the discussion of how you guys broke up, ne? But kuna bantu that say you won't succeed or you won't get anywhere without me. And since Lugene, they want to see if whether or not are you still in that position or are you succeeding. So it could be a case of
monitoring.
It's not that they're interested in you.
Yes.
As
they're just interested in your level.
But they want to see where are you in life, right? So
it happens.
Yes.
Right.
And is this someone that's lower than me?
Is she prettier than me?
Actually,
does he have more money?
That's
exactly. So psychologists call this unmediated relationship lingering. So in the past, when a relationship ended, distance was natural because you had to physically go out of your way to find out what the other person was doing. But in today's day and age, social media acts as a digital window that never closes. A 2026 behavioral tech study revealed that 54% of adults admit to regularly monitoring an ex's digital footprint, while 40% state that this constant passive surveillance actively delayed their emotional healing.
Agreed.
The breakup happened on paper, but the digital ghost is still haunting the feed.
Absolutely. I get it. I agree with this completely. I've done it as well. I won't lie. I have. And there's this girl I was crazy about.
And is it to also validate from when?
No, man. No. I think, you see, it ties into a lot of things. I think it has a lot of contributing factors and variables, Mr. B. One, when you look at it first in the first person, is that not all of us are confident on the same level.
Yes.
Right?
Valid.
And when we break it in two and say, let's look at the female side. There is that contrast. There is, absolutely. How we relationship as guys versus girls is different because we are different. We are, right?
Yeah.
Looking at it from a male, because confidence is one thing, self-esteem is another thing, how you guys broke up is another thing.
Valid.
Esteem is another thing, but ego is another thing as well when it comes to the gents.
Yeah.
We are quite
Hugely
ego,
so.
on a very, very high level. We are quite an ego-driven species as Majita, as the gents, right? But not all of us are able to regulate it the same. There are gents who, when their ego is not stricken or is beaten, they get frustrated and they get very volatile and they get jealous and they misunderstand things and they make up scenarios in their head and they start believing them.
Hectic.
Things of that nature. And that's where you find Majita, so or you're not even stalking your ex now, you're stalking the boyfriend. Let me see where he hangs out. Oh, Bayaga Styles, they are going to Imbiza cookout on the 9th of August. I'm going to hang out there. Guys do that. Guys, people getting into fights unnecessarily so. But girls as well do that. They'll go out of their way to want to go date the guy that's chopping zombonis.
True.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So there's kind of a few things that go into it. I want to see who he's dating now or who she's dating now. Yeah. Are they better than me? Are they better looking than me?
Yeah.
What job do they go at?
Yeah.
Who are their friends? Go to an extent of befriending your ex's current friends just so that you weave your way into their circles and stuff like that.
So what's the difference here between, let's say, surveillance and monitor? Well, it's more similar, but
it's similar.
Because if I just happen to come across your Facebook
FYP.
FYP, right?
FYP, like I never left.
Right. And then obviously when you see it, izobonisa viewed my status.
Sure.
But benglula.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Versus then someone that's surveilling you,
Actively
monitoring. Because there is a difference. But then one would argue, but why are you seeing her in your feed when you scroll up, right?
Or on your status updates on WhatsApp.
Yeah, because WhatsApp is a different story altogether. Because it means you would have kept them on numbers and all of that. But I know with other social media platforms, we don't monitor it that much. I would like to believe as similar to WhatsApp. Because WhatsApp people take extra caution as to what is it that they show about, what is it that people can see and all of that. But the likes of Instagram, Facebook,
story, when you see someone's story.
Yeah, because it's like that's it, and you forget about it. And then when you scroll, it's like, congratulations, you're still alive. So is there a difference? Do you feel like it's more or less the same thing?
There is. I think intention, like you mentioned. Intention here is, because, for instance, I'll make an example with me personally. I don't delete people's pictures, videos, numbers. I don't.
Yeah.
And it's not tied to anything. There's no sentimental value to it. I still have ex's numbers in my phone. And it goes to the conversation, last. Don't touch people's phones. Don't touch your partner's phones.
Because you know,
right? Because WhatsApp, and I get it, keep it because I'm still interested or anything of that nature. But you're gonna go through my WhatsApp or my phone, and you see, Waban Spongile, Tutu, Nolu, Mang, Tando, Mamiki. You understand? Any of these girls that I just mentioned could be an ex of mine. And I go through a status of my friend who is Mdu. I click the status, it's whatever, and I let it run the 1 minute 30 seconds, and the next one automatically comes up, right? And it just popped up. It just popped up, right? But there are people who actively take a role of deleting people's pictures and videos and numbers, and that's fine. You're taking precaution to not see that person, right? But sometimes it's not that deep, guys. Like like MooCee number alone, right? Because I saw an ex of mine about 4 or 5 months ago, earlier this year. She's moved on. She has a boyfriend. I'm like, oh, okay. That's cool. Because we had an amicable breakup. Like that's like I get sharp or I sharp untwala. It's also all right. But I think intention is the biggest thing here.
Yeah.
Intention is the biggest thing. How sheba because or did you actively go into Kanye's feed and profile on Instagram to check especially if you know that the person likes posting.
Yeah.
Especially if you know that the person likes posting.
Oh, wait to post something. Maybe just go.
Yes. They always update their life on social media.
Yeah.
So let's go to our comments.
Which is dangerous also.
Let's go to our comments because, earlier the conversation started brewing before we dived into it.
Sure.
So Kat says this conversation of someone having multiple accounts, especially on TikTok, just to watch what I do. They even follow me on lives. I repost to check my chats. So people having multiple accounts, but you can tell it's the same individual.
It's the same person.
It's the same individual.
Account.
And then Sachet says, Kat, you're monitoring spirits. I can't relate because my topics are just for fun and aren't that exciting to steal. Kat responds saying, nah, I don't care about monitoring spirits. And then because Kat is also someone that reads quite a lot, there's an interesting comment that she dropped pertaining the Polygamist. But before that comment, Sachet came through and said the Polygamist is global. It's trending internationally. My grandmother lived till 90. I think that woman had a heart of stone. So it's okay. I'm not saying it's true, but Marati stone. It's like in Bega
stone nale khopo or stone like nale thata.
Yeah, as in like in Bogoto kind of thing, right? So explain that. But anyway, there's a comment I saw here by Kat. Okay, because
there are people I blocked.
Sachet says that Utavita is David, Joseph is actually Joseph, and so on. It seems So it's this comment. It says crazy that the book is based in Zim. And stories brought it home. The series brought it home.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know that. So the Polygamist is
a book that's not from South Africa, clearly, but the series was interpreted in South Africa. Yeah.
And then Kat comes through and says, "We don't need season 2, guys. When you watch, please let me know. Maybe we can have a digital watch party.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There was this." Extension, like it's a browser extension, right, for Chrome and Microsoft Edge and the likes, where you could create a watch party where all of you guys log on to your Netflix account, and then you guys can watch together, and then when one person hits play, it hits play for everyone else.
Oh wow, really?
And then when you stop, you can also have a conversation. Right, because it's plugged in with the microphones, like Teams and all of that stuff.
That's nice.
But maybe we should do that with the Polygamist,
digital party.
Sometime over the weekend, maybe we'll see. Not this weekend, but I'm saying some in the future. Yeah.
So I lost the comments.
Is it the one there? Sachet says, my future TC who viewed my status has been off for decades. I really don't care. I really don't care much who viewed my status or who didn't, right? And then Kat comes back. She says, the people I blocked from my personal status, especially colleagues. I actually delete numbers after breakup so that they can't see my status. But TikTok, I post about books. I don't care about blocking. And she continues to say, actually, this one who is following me had PI following me and checked my private investigator. Guys, I need to write a book. That's funny. Sachet comes back. She says, Kat, we need that tea. You should write a book. I need a Netflix series. Okay, there is a need to save contact I block to view. Okay, I see. Stone like a witch. She says stone like a witch.
And she lived long.
Yeah.
She lived long.
It's the conversation, that thing you were saying, Jorge. Bad people tend to live longer than good people in the world, man. They outlive good people. But yeah, I don't know. I think we view it in very different ways. I know you, for one, Mr. P, you don't update your status. You don't update your stories. You don't view people's...
He does.
Nah, he doesn't.
I see Vooka breakfast show.
Yeah, but it's not him. It's the studio line. It's not him. But it doesn't.
Oh, some other people would actually.
No, when I view, Nalap is just for that moment.
Yeah,
but
it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, I mean, I've gone on holiday. I've never posted one picture.
Absolutely.
I've gone on a boat cruise.
Absolutely.
I've never posted one picture.
Yeah. Which is good.
I posted, I remember.
Because who poster.
When I was working in Durban in 2022, after the floods, the first floods that hit Durban, right? I posted the picture of me in the plane 2 years later. And people are asking, MooCee ako guy.
Yeah, kana kweo.
Guys, this picture is such
like
an old picture.
So there's this lady we used to work with, not directly in the company, but a partner company. So she would say she's taking content to post later to confuse the enemy.
Yes.
Those were her words.
Absolutely.
Those were words.
Absolutely, Mr. B.
Period.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't find validation from Abantu.
Yeah.
And what I've seen about myself is when I'm at an event, I am fully present. I may take few pictures here and there, but for the most part, I'm present. I'm there, right? So even no view it data, I see it just
doesn't do much for you. But how would you feel if you saw, let's say for some reason
one
on
name,
that day, you post that status, right?
Exactly.
The name comes up.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, MooCee, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
And then 2-3 weeks later, we're at an event somewhere as Vooka, and you post.
Nomtandas.
And that Nomtanda's name comes up again. When I know.
What's a lot?
And then for experimental sake and purpose, you post 2 days after that. How Nomtanda's. And sometimes these monitoring spirits are the first people to view our status updates.
Exactly.
I promise you, on your story, they are your first person to view. It's like after about 4 or 5 times, we're not battling.
Yeah, and it feels like you can feel the intention of the person viewing. You can
absolutely.
You can sense the energy.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I think in my case, if it's WhatsApp, I do have control as to, or at least I know how to exercise control on who can see or view my status updates. So it's something I would want to curb because I can't be here and calling it, hey man, so and so is viewing my status. It's something I enjoy. Man. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But on your stories, Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, where you don't have control.
Yeah, that's a different
But how would you
argument
feel?
altogether.
Then how would you feel? How would you react to that or respond?
I'd be nonchalant,
Okay.
Okay.
For music, it's been 3 years. Does he not have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or something? You know, I think that's one of the questions that I ask myself. But sometimes, you know what the person will do?
Yeah.
Sometimes they heart your status or your story, right? Because there's that feature now on WhatsApp status.
Because it sends a different message altogether.
You and I haven't spoken in 3.5 years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're reacting to my updates. Means what?
At least it's not. It's more positive, yeah.
No.
Then
sometimes it's sarcastic. Sometimes it's sarcastic.
But let's say your breakup was
toxic.
Not toxic.
Then no, that's cool.
It's like, okay. Okay.
I have guys.
Camp on my status doesn't catch up on mama.
It's funny. I have. I don't. Sure, go for it.
No. Sorry, I was gonna dive into the different perspectives, but just share your thought quickly.
There's this girl I used to work with, right? I don't want to say when and how and what in what company, but I used to work with her. She's a pretty girl. And I got to learn very early on in my 20s that rather not mix work with pleasure, you know, in the sense of dating in M70.
Yeah.
Right. I try to exercise that very highly so, right? And try to impart it onto other people. I'll let you. Sometimes we're not that deep. Sometimes when we see
I just want to ask Kore, what happens if that work-based relation is only for like, okay, it's a contract for 3 months fail.
Yeah, after 3 months. I'll see you after 3 months.
Yeah.
I'll see you after 3 months. So I had a 2-second crush on this girl. I did. She's pretty, bro. Like Mr. B. She's right up my alley, man. But I didn't express that to anyone, not even my friends. But because we worked together, and she was my area manager, and so obviously we have to be in contact on WhatsApp and stuff. So I see her status updates sometimes over the weekend, and she sees what I get up to over the weekend, But we don't post like bad things. It's been a while since we last worked together, because I'm here on the Vooka Breakfast Show now. We haven't seen each other in years. We haven't spoken to each other. But her name comes up on my status updates. Not even every now and again. Now, if I was to put up something, in 3, 4, 5 hours, her name is going to pop up. So I've always been wondering, wait, like, what's
going on?
Like, should I reach out? Like, should I invite her? Like, maybe sometime, I don't know, if I'm doing something, I'm gigging, I'm performing somewhere, I'm DJing somewhere. Like, do I like?
I mean, that's if now you want to, but the safest way is to invite her to, let's say, a gig, and based on how she responds, then
that will inform me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perspectives, you were saying.
Yeah, but there isn't much time, so I'll just summarize the perspectives here. Sure. We've got the peace of mind blocker. They block everyone because of peace of mind that they're looking for, and then the mature spectator. These are the individuals that they don't interact, they don't comment, they just spectate and repel. And then we also have the Vooka boundary architect, where they understand that energy flows where attention goes. They don't do dramatic blocks unless necessary, right? So that's the conversation for this morning. We're talking about digital ghosts, and my takeaway is that there's 2 types. There's ones where they are monitoring you from the shadows. They don't want to be seen. I'm looking.
Sure.
And then there's the ones that we spoke about now, where it's like, hey, I see you.
Sure.
I'll give you a like I see you. Right? So there's 2 types. I'd rather prefer the latter.
Okay.
Rather than someone monitoring me, but they don't want to show. Rather say, okay, no, I see you, like I viewed your status, and that's that.
Yeah.
But before we close it, last words from you guys.
Yeah, acknowledge, man. Acknowledge. Let it be like a whole spark of conversations. Oh, hi, how have you been? At least type of a thing. Or if, but not for me, for instance, if I do get these odd views, and I don't feel good about it, I trust my gut. I trust my intuition, and I will definitely block you from seeing my statuses, because I feel like if it doesn't spark any interaction between you and I, then clearly, what are you here for? And also, the relation that we also had does have an impact on that. But more than anything, I am that person who chooses peace over everything. And if I feel like you are toxic, I just trust my gut and go ahead with my gut, even if it's wrong. That's just me to protect myself.
I feel like there's certain people who should see that you saw their thing, but there's certain people who should see that you viewed and you are in their timeline, right? But there's certain people who shouldn't. Like, we shouldn't be engaging. If your thing comes up, it comes up. But no, I can't because it's just going. Chances are it's going to take you through a wormhole, and you're going to start wondering, why is it looking? Type of thing. But there are people we can, you saw that I saw, but there's nothing behind it. Like, it's not that deep, guys. It's not that deep. I kept your number, but it's not that I'm still interested in you. Like, relax. It's not that deep. You're an ex, I'm an ex. You've moved on, I've moved on. You have my number. And it's if I was delete your number because now I'm gonna keep it. But it's not tied to any. I cannot have alone. It has no bearing in my life whatsoever. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But yeah, man, it's an interesting one. So, but guys, the conversation does not end here, right? It still continues across all our social media platforms using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So, it's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. The engagement also takes place on our WhatsApp line. Make use of the number and dial 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. You need to comment, to like, and to subscribe, man, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and Kanye and Mr. B, Moeketsi, and of course the rest of the Vooka Nation can continue sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. For today, this is where we're going to call it off, man. And God willing, we are able to see each other tomorrow morning, where I have a very interesting hot take. You want gigs? I get ready Friday. I push the boundaries. Yes. Last comment.
Last comment.
Yeah, last comment.
And then, before you read the comments, today at 3, we've got Mama Zap coming.
Mama Zap.
So it's going to be on TikTok, the Vooka Breakfast Show. So she's going to be DJing and she plays alternative music.
Very alternative. She says, when I spoke to her, the playlist today is very jazzy influenced, you know. So I look forward because I'm a jazz head myself. So it's going to be an interesting one, man. Yeah.
And,
Comments.
just to add on, please do interact on our social media platforms.
Absolutely.
Everything that we post, please say something at least so that we can see you alive, right?
Yeah,
don't be a ghost.
Monitor.
Don't monitor, man. Yeah, don't be a monitoring spirit. A couple of comments came through. Kat says, I don't post about my whereabouts, especially on holidays.
Absolutely.
You make them private on other platforms, net for control, right? And she continues, she says, the worst one is them viewing without you seeing them on viewer list, where they've muted you on WhatsApp.
That's creepy.
They've muted you on WhatsApp, right? And then you take someone else's phone and you see, like, there's ways that you can, people take time to investigate, guys, which is crazy. So Shay comes back and she says, Kat, mine is off for different reasons, not because I monitor people. And she says, very understandable. So this is where we're going to call it a morning, guys. At 12 o'clock on Underground Radio DBN, hang out with Calvin for the Offside. So the Offside with Calvin is taking place at midday straight on Underground Radio DBN. And then, of course, we have the Vooka Music Experience from 3 in the afternoon, also on Underground, where Moeketsi and myself are going to be taking care of you. So until then, let's see each other tomorrow morning. Stay safe, stay cautious, stay warm. God willing, we'll see each other.